Hello everyone, welcome back to the POPSICLE KNIGHT channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video, hit the thumbs down if you don't, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. After spending some time in the expanded format, I've been facing common builds that are really strong. So today I'll be showcasing my take on one of the most common Pokemon being played in the expanded format, ULTRA NECROZMA. ULTRA NECROZMA is a basic dragon type Pokemon with 110 HP. It only has one attack, Luster of Downfall. For 1 purple and 1 metal energy, it will deal 170 damage, and you discard an energy card attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And we can easily pay for this attack using the double dragon energy, where it provides 2 rainbow energy to the dragon type Pokemon it is attached to. The only problem with ULTRA NECROZMA is its ability Ultra Burst, which is actually more of a restriction than anything else. This ability will prevent you from attacking with this Pokemon not until your opponent has 2 or fewer prize cards left. However, we have a way to easily remove this ability by using the Silent Lab Stadium, which removes abilities of any basic Pokemon in play as well as the discard pile. And also we'll be using 2 lines of Garbodor with the Garbotoxin ability. If this Pokemon has a tool card attached to it, all Pokemon of both players in play will have no abilities. I'll be using Air Balloon, Floatstone, and U-Turn Board as our tool cards, which is also great for retreating our Pokemon. U-Turn Board is especially good so that even if our Pokemon discard it from play, it will just go back to your hand instead, so you'll always have a tool card to use. So with abilities turned off, we can easily attack with ULTRA NECROZMA as early as turn 1 going second. And turning off abilities is actually a great disruption against our opponents. A great attacker that actually synergizes well with ULTRA NECROZMA is Dragapult VMAX. Starting with Dragapult V, it has 2 attacks, but its second attack, Jet Assault, is especially strong. For 2 purple energy, this attack will do 60 damage, but if this Pokemon moved from your bench to the active, this attack will do 140 damage instead. Its Dynamax form is Dragapult VMAX. It has 320 HP. With 2 attacks, the first one is Shred. For just 1 purple energy, it will do 60 damage, and this isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, so we don't have to worry about Decidueye or Altarias. Its second attack is Max Phantom. For 2 purple energies, it will deal 130 damage, and you can put 5 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon in any way you like. And the Horror energy is really great for Dragapult VMAX. If our opponent damages Dragapult, the attacker will receive 2 damage counters. And just to make things interesting, I've also added 1 copy of Gengar Mimikyu Tag Team GX. The greatest threat against this deck is Honchkrow GX because its ability prevents you from playing any tool, special energy, or stadium cards from your hand. But to counteract its ability, I'll be using Galarian Weezing to disable its ability so that we can use our tool card, special energies, and stadium while Galarian Weezing is in the active. It would be easier to use Wobbuffet with the Bite Barricade ability, but unfortunately I don't have this in my collection, so I'll make do with Weezing. As for the rest of the deck, the other cards are pretty self-explanatory, and I did have Mimikyu V in my preliminary builds, but it didn't really work out, especially when all abilities are turned off in most games, so I just took it out of my final build. In Expanded though, there are a lot of really annoying deck builds, even ones that will wipe out your entire board even on your opponent's very first turn. So the reality is that you just can't win it all. But for the most part, this deck will win a lot of games easily. And that's pretty much it. The deck list will be in the description below, but enough talk, let's see some gameplay. Alright, so we're going first here. And I'm just gonna put a Dragapult V in the active, and we can definitely use ULTRA NECROZMA. So we're just gonna put that in the bench. And we're up against, there's a Mew. We just use this Mysterious Treasure to get ourselves our Trubbish so we can evolve into Garbodor. And it's gonna be sweet sailing from here because first of all, Mew uses its ability to copy the other Pokemon in play, so that's gonna be a major setback against our opponent. So we can use either Marnie or Professor's Research in our next turn so we can dig deeper into our deck and find those tool cards and evolution for Garbodor, and maybe energies for Ultra Necrozma, or even the Silent Lab Stadium. Yeah, I've been encountering a lot of these Mad Party decks that uses the Mew to copy their attacks. Very interesting deck build, and it makes sense because you can technically throw out a lot of your Mad Party and just leave one in the bench while Mew copies its attack. And yeah, there's a lot of cards that's available in expanded format that really makes the Mad Party a really powerful deck to use. So even if you're up against like VMAX or Tag Team GX, it's a pretty good deck build to use Mad Party. But once we set up our ability nullifier with Garbodor or even the Silent Lab, we should be fine. But they have the reverse city going here, and it's limiting our bench to up to 3 Pokemon at a time. But that should be okay, because all we need is Necrozma and also Dragapult V to attack, and we can even use the damage counters of Dragapult to knock out the Bunnelbees, because it only has 4 HP anyway, so we can oh my, so they're gonna use escape rope. Let's see, should we, I think we can, I'll just sacrifice Trubbish for now. That's fine. That's fine, because I'm thinking of replacing that stadium with a Silent Lab, and we can start knocking out their Pokemon with Ultra Necrozma. Yeah, that battle compressor is really useful towards for that deck, because you just pick any 3 cards from your deck and just put it in your discard pile, which is insane. But yeah, in the new set, the Chilling Reign set, it's gonna come out with the new Spirit Tomb, which basically takes all of the Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile and put it back in their deck. Insane. So they'll knock out our Trubbish, and let's see, I think, which one should I put in the active? I think I'll just put Dragapult. That's fine. But we do get a Dragon Energy. I think I'll just I'll just put Ultra Necrozma. Hopefully we get a Silent Lab here. No, we don't. That's fine. That's okay, I guess. We get another Trubbish, and I'll just use this to get Garbodor. And let's see, should I switch out? No, I'll just sacrifice Ultra Necrozma then. Yeah, this is not going too well for us. We were supposed to, yeah, the main strategy for Ultra Necrozma is to get basically the Silent Lab as early as your first turn. So if it's your first turn, going second, since Ultra Necrozma is a basic Pokemon, you can literally just put it in the bench, put a Dragon Energy, play the Silent Lab, and be able to attack on your very first turn for 170. But if you go first and you can't attack, you can start attacking as early as turn 2, and even set up a Garbodor with a tool card attached to it but our opponent will continue to knock it out. So we get a purple energy. We're just gonna attach it on Dragapult, but with just that one energy we can deal 60 damage. So I think I'm just gonna put Dragapult in the active, and we get another Dragapult line here, and we're just gonna continue to try and set up our Garbodor. And we were able to KO that Mew. We get a prize card, we get a Guzma, which is good. And with the Guzma, actually all we need, let's see, I think we should still have another Garbodor in the deck, so we should be fine. So in our next turn we're gonna evolve into another Dragapult VMAX. I'm probably gonna use Cynthia. Hopefully we can bump out that that stupid stadium and get another energy, and we can knock out both of these Bunnelbees in one go, and that way the Mew won't be able to copy its attack, because that Mew can only copy attacks that on Pokemon, I think basic Pokemon that is in play. It can't copy the ones that are in the discard pile. So it won't be able to attack with Mad Party anyways. So let's evolve into Dragapult VMAX. We can't add any more Pokemon in the bench because of the stadium. So we're probably just gonna use Cynthia here. Hopefully we get a Silent Lab. Still nothing, but we do get a Garbodor and Float Stone, so we will turn off all of their abilities, and we're just gonna knock out this Bunnelby, get another prize card. But now their Mew can't use their attack because we have Garbodor. What they should have done is put that on Bunnelby so that they can knock out our Dragapult VMAX. So that's an error on our opponent's end. So yeah, they're just gonna sit there. Alright, they used an N, but we don't get anything useful here, and they're just gonna use Encounter for an attack, but that doesn't do much. I would have really I'd appreciate if we had energy from our top card, but that's fine. I'm just gonna Guzma, and I'm just gonna use Ultra Necrozma because all abilities are turned off and we can attack with it. And now their Mew won't be able to use Mad Part. Oh, okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. But because its ability is turned off, it can't use Bunnelby. So Bunnelby will have, it's the one that has to attack. Okay. If they knock out our Garbodor, and then they could just knock out our Dragapult VMAX, which could win them the game, because that's 3 prizes. Let me just put this Dragapult with no damage, and I'll just attach the Horror Energy, and we can knock out this Bunnelby. But for the meantime, we're gonna Ordinary Rod a Garbodor line, so that we can start setting it up again just in case. And we can use Nest Ball. Okay, well, alright, let's go first here. We're gonna have to mulligan. Alright, nice. Ultra Necrozma can go into the active, and we have Trubbish. We can set up our Garbodor. It's nice we got Cynthia and also Professor's Research. And our opponent is using well, Zacian V. I don't know if they're using ADP, but it's pretty common in the expanded ADP Zacian. So I'm just gonna set up our Garbodor for our next turn. We can just evolve it in our next turn. All they could do right now is Intrepid Sword. They don't have any active, or they don't have any Pokemon in their bench either. So, and then we can evolve into Garbodor. Professor's Research is the best option here. Ooh, we get a double Dragon Energy, but we don't have anything to turn off its ability, so it's not good. I'm just gonna get rid of Cynthia and get a Dragapult VMAX, and we can attack in our next turn as well. Unfortunately, we didn't draw into a Silent Lab. We could have attacked for 170 against this Zacian V. But that's okay. That's alright. They'll be able to knock it out though this turn. Oh, they're gonna Guzma. Aha. That's okay with me. We can always just get that Garbodor using Ordinary Rod. But we have, ooh, there it is. There's the Silent Lab. We'll attach an energy on Dragapult VMAX. We're going to use N so we can shuffle a lot of their cards back into the deck as well. And we have Floatstone. We can attach that to Trubbish. And we're just going to Lust of Downfall. And that will discard an energy. They can't attack right now unless they can switch out with another Pokemon in their bench. So we'll have this game unless they get another one. But they have a Nest Ball, so wouldn't you know it, it's an ADP deck. And then they're going to use Field Blower. That's why I'm using a U-turn board for this build, because a lot of decks in the expanded actually use Field Blower. Or similar items like that, so it's better if you have U-turn board. That way you can, even if they discard it, it goes right back to your hand and you can just reattach it to Garbodor. For the meantime, I'm gonna switch into Dragapult VMAX, and I can start attacking ADP. And let's see, let me just get another Dragapult V in the bench. I'm gonna use Max Phantom. It's gonna deal 130 damage, and we're gonna chip away at Zacian V. So one more attack, that Zacian V will get knocked out. We do have Horror Energy on Dragapult VMAX, so that's gonna do 2 damage counters on ADP, and it's gonna be in knockout range with our Dragapult VMAX. So it's really good. So it has 150 HP right now. Once they hit Dragapult VMAX, it's gonna get 2 damage counters from the Horror Energy, and then we can hit it for 130 to knock it out, and we're gonna get 5 price card in one attack. Although if they do knock out our Dragapult VMAX, they're gonna get 4 price card off of that. So it's a really fast game, but at the same time a very close game. I don't know if we can win this one. They're probably going to energize their second ADP, and there's no way we can knock it out in one attack. So we'll see. But yeah, this is a really good combination between Dragapult VMAX and also Ultra Necrozma, because both of them can utilize the Nullify ability, because Dragapult doesn't really need abilities to attack or win games. So we're just gonna knock out this ADP as well as the Zacian, and we're gonna do 2 damage on Zacian and 3 on the other ADP. So we're gonna get 5 prizes for that. Get another Ultra Necrozma, Teammate, and the Dene GX. So I mean, they have one chance to attack this one. They can get 4 prizes for knocking out Dragapult VMAX. The only way we can survive this next turn is to use to evolve into Dragapult VMAX. Actually, wait. Well, no. ADP still has 230 HP. If we had something to gust up that Dedenne GX and knock it out with Necrozma, we could actually do that. Let's just attach this Horror Energy on Dragapult. I'm gonna use Ordinary Rod to get a Dragapult VMAX and a Garbodor, and these 2 energies back into the deck. And let's see, I can use Teammates to get both those cards, but I'm just gonna use the Dedenne GX, I think, for its Dedenne change ability. Discard everything, and then we get new sets of cards, and we can still use oh, we got Guzma, so let's just do that. I think we can use Ultra Necrozma's attack because our opponent only has 1 prize card left, so we can actually knock out this Dedenne GX. Yeah, alright, cool, good game. That was a close one. Alright, so in this next match, our opponent allows us to go first. Unfortunately, we have Dedenne GX as the only basic, and this is one of the worst starts you can ever have, is when you have one of your supporting Pokemon to start, like Dedenne. It's not ideal. So let's just, I'm gonna use Quick Ball here. Let's see, which one should I? Could probably sacrifice the Ordinary Rod. We don't need that right now. And we have Double Dragon Energy. I think I'll just get Dragapult because we have an evolution for it. And I'm just gonna pass. In our next turn, we can evolve into Dragapult VMAX, and I'm probably just gonna use Professor's Research and start chipping away at one of our opponent's Pokemon. But they're probably gonna use like some type of welder here. And no, they're just gonna go for the Flare Starter, which is still a really strong start with for our opponent. So Reshiram and Charizard is still one of the best cards in the game, and definitely not one that you should underestimate. So probably just gonna use N here so I don't have to discard the Double Dragon Energy. We have Ultra Necrozma, and I'm probably just gonna use this mysterious thing to get, let's see, get a Trubbish. We have a Garbodor already, and I'm just gonna pass again. I think they can knock out the Dedenne GX, that's fine, but we can start attacking with Dragapult, because between Dragapult and Ultra Necrozma, so Dragapult will do 130 damage and then Ultra Necrozma will do 170. Between the two of them, you can knock out the Reshiram tag team and get 3 prizes in exchange. So they're also using Salazzle for drawing engine, I guess. But yeah, it's been a while since I used Jirachi and then the escape board. That used to be the thing in the stand format, but ever since it rotated out, it's just not that popular anymore. So let's evolve into Garbodor. We're gonna use N. That'll get us 6 cards in our hand, and we get a Float Stone to go onto our Garbodor. So now all abilities are turned off. We get a Double Dragon Energy, and hold on, we can actually just put it on Dragapult VMAX, and I'll just retreat. We can save that switch. And then I'm gonna attack. We can knock out this Volcanion. And I'm probably just gonna... That one has 70 HP. So I think I'm just gonna put all these, the 5 damage counter on Reshiram, which could make a big difference. Now it only has 220 HP. But we can start attacking with Ultra Necrozma as well, because Garbodor is already set up. So right now their Jirachi is useless, just in the bench, because it can't use its ability anyways. But this Volcanion can deal 110 damage because they're playing more than 4 fire energy cards in play. And it looks like they have Salazzle GX as well. Not sure if... I don't think we have to worry too much about it, but... Dragapult VMAX is in range for a knockout if they attack with Reshiram. So I'm just going to use Ultra Necrozma to knock out this Volcanion. And we'll get another prize card for it. So we'll need 4 more prizes after this one. And we can bump out their stadium with our Silent Lab. Alright, we get burned, but it doesn't really matter because Reshiram can hit for basically just knock out this Ultra Necrozma. So we have Mysterious Treasure. We can evolve into another Dragapult VMAX. And then probably we're going to bump out their stadium with ours. And then use Professor's Research so that we can get more cards in our hand. So Salazzle GX, Diabolical Claws. Okay. Heat Blast. Doesn't seem too dangerous here, but just got to make sure that our opponent doesn't have anything too major that will make us lose very badly. So for now, I'm just going to bump out their Giant Hearth. And I'm going to use Teammates. I'm going to get Dragapult VMAX and another Ultra Necrozma for attack. Although we do need energy. I could just get these two. And we can energize it. I'm going to use this. Discard the other, and probably just gonna get Dragapult VMAX so we have a second bulky VMAX in on our board. That way we can tank some hits if we need to. So with that, I'm just gonna put all damage counters again on Reshiram. So now it only has 170 HP, and that's actually in the knockout range of Ultra Necrozma. So we just need to gust it into the active, and that'll get us 3 prize cards. Meantime, the Salazzle GX only has 70 HP left, but it's just gonna hard retreat. And they're probably just focusing on knocking out this Dragapult VMAX for 250 damage. So they get 3 prizes for that, but we're just gonna go ahead and put Garbodor in the active for now. We can just retreat with it. We can put this energy on. Let's see. I just put that energy. Use Professor's Research. We can use Field Blower to blow away the tool cards they're using. Let me just put the Float Stone on Dragapult VMAX first. Get rid of these. We need the Silent Lab. Retreat into Ultra Necrozma. Luster of Downfall for a knockout, giving us 3 prizes from that tag team. So we're almost there. We just need 1 more knockout, and that we should be good. And we have Guzma. All we have to do basically is use Guzma, either put Jirachi or that Salazzle GX into the active, and then we can switch out either Garbodor or Dragapult in the active. We could just retreat if we have to into Ultra Necrozma again and deal the final blow. Flare Strike, okay, 230 damage. And let's just put Garbodor in the active. So we need one more price card. Let's just go for the Salazzle. We got 2 energies on Dragapult VMAX anyways. And that will get us our last price card. And we'll just put all 5 damage counters on Jirachi. And this will win us the game. So, good game. Alright, so next up, we get to go first again. Nice. Got Trubbish. Can put the Flow Stone on it so we can retreat back if we need to. And we got Nest Ball, so that we can get either a Dragapult VMAX line or Ultra Necrozma. Alright, they got Trubbish as well. This could be an Eternatus VMAX deck. I'm just gonna get a Dragapult V, I think. And I'm gonna put up Float Stone. Gonna retreat and put the U-turn board on Dragapult V. We can easily retreat if we do get Ultra Necrozma if we have to. As an attacker, I prefer using Ultra Necrozma because we only you only give up 1 prize card if it gets knocked out. So Dragapult VMAX is, if it's against Dark type, it's weak against Dark type. So if they do knock it out, they're gonna get, our opponent will get 3 prize cards. They're also using Ultra Necrozma. Look at that. But they're using Lucky Egg and also Bicycle. They can draw until they have 4 cards in their hand. So they have a really nice drawing engine all set up for their Ultra Necrozma build. Alright, so it's our turn. We are going to evolve into Garbodor. We did draw into that from our top card, which is really good. And I'm just going to use Cynthia. Shuffle all that back. We got 7 new cards, or 6 new cards, and then we're gonna use Nest Ball to get Ultra Necrozma. We got Double Dragon energies anyways, and we can start attacking with Ultra Necrozma this turn. But I'm just gonna pass for now. The reason being is that they can use their Ultra Necrozma. But the thing is, if we attack the Trubbish, they could just easily knock out our Ultra Necrozma. And we don't have any other Pokemon with energies on it. So, basically, I'm making Dragapult VMAX take a hit here if they do have the energy to attack with Ultra Necrozma. And then what we could do is just retreat and then knock out their Ultra Necrozma. Anyways, that's what was going on my mind when... that's why I just passed instead of you know, callously attacking. Yeah, we do get a prize card for it, but in the long run, it could be it's not gonna be good for us in the preceding turns. So they're gonna use to get Silent Lab, Float Stone, and Double Dragon Energy. This is so weird because they don't really need to set up another Garbodor because we already have one. We're basically powering up each other's Pokemon. That's what it is. So, and there it is, the Ultra Necrozma. It's gonna damage our Dragapult for 170, but at least they don't have any other attacker set up here, and what we're gonna do is just attack with Ultra Necrozma. But let's set up another one. Ooh, we don't have any more. What do you know? Both of them are prized. So I only have 3 in this build. Let me just Cynthia, and I'm gonna start probably energizing this other one. And I could use Weezing line, why not? Yeah, there's not much I could do here. I could put the air balloon on Dragapult VMAX or V, and I'm just gonna knock out their Ultra Necrozma. And you know, it's discarded, but it asks you to discard an energy that's attached. I don't know why they do that, but it's just the mechanic of there's another Ultra Necrozma, which is good. And all we have to do is knock out this one, and that'll be game. But I'm pretty sure they have a way to get another Ultra Necrozma in play. There it is. They probably have double dragon energy. 2 Ultra Necrozmas and another Trubbish. And that's why I'm saying, that's why Ultra Necrozma, that's why this is a mirror match, because Ultra Necrozma is being played a lot in the expanded format right now, including me. Well, I just decided to build one. This is actually my very first Ultra Necrozma build ever. So it's really interesting to try out a deck that's being, or at least a card that's being played by a lot of players in this format right now. And I can see why, you know, it's so easy to set up. You just need to turn off ability. It's a disruption to turn off abilities. It really goes well against Mewtwo and UGX type builds, and it can attack in your very first turn for 170, which can knock out a lot of GX Pokemon. So it's definitely a very strong card. And I just thought of using Dragapult VMAX as well, because there is a Dragapult VMAX that combines with Garbodor. But why not use both Ultra Necrozma and Dragapult VMAX in the same deck, right? I haven't seen anybody showcase this one. I might not be the first one, but I haven't seen one. So I thought I'd just do it for the sake of, and here we are, winning some games. Let me just put these here. Could just retreat with Garbodor and attack this Ultra Necrozma. But for now, with the Professor's Research, we do get another. We do get an evolution for Dragapult VMAX, and I think I'm just gonna attack with Ultra Necrozma. And that'll get us another prize card. We get a Field Blower, which can turn off. Well, we need that ability nullifier. So this Field Blower is really not something that we want to use, anyways. But the thing with Dragapult, oh, they're gonna knock this one. They're gonna get 3 prizes for this one. All right, that's cool. That's cool. So what we're gonna do here, what I'm gonna do here is just, I mean, okay, we still have a few more dragon energies. Their Garbodor only has 100 HP, so I could deal the damage counters on it twice, and we should be able to knock out their Garbodor. Could do that. Because Ultra Necrozma has 110 HP, and unfortunately we can't knock it out with the I could turn off their ability, all abilities, and just attack with Dragapult VMAX. I could do that as like a strategy. But for now, I'm gonna use teammates, and I'm gonna use N and get a double dragon energy, so we can use N and reduce their hand to 2 in their next turn. And this Dragapult VMAX should be able to take a hit, and they can't gust any of our bench Pokemon and win the game. They'll need 2 prizes, so they need to at least knock out 2 of our Pokemon to win the game. They can hit Dragapult VMAX twice, but let's see what we could do here. So in this turn, if they hit for 170 and then we retaliate, we can end them. We can use N and reduce their hand to 2. Hopefully they don't get any double dragon energy with that, so we're just gonna have to rely on chance here. They have 2 double dragon energies in the discard pile already, and there's the 3rd one. And with 17 cards left in their deck, I don't think they'll be able to find, hopefully they don't find the double dragon energy. So I'm just gonna put another energy on Dragapult VMAX. I'm gonna N, shuffle all that back. We get 3 cards and they get 2. And then what we're gonna do here is knock out this active and knock out that Garbodor in the bench. That's 100 HP. And then we're left, we only need 1 more prize card here, and if they can't attack, that will be game. Yeah, so thinking ahead is really important, I think, in this game too. It's not just, you know, playing the cards that you're able to play. Yield when you can. So that's it. Good game. Okay, so we got 2 options here. Let's put Dragapult and then Ultra Necrozma in the bench. We have Aura Energy to put on Dragapult, and we're gonna use Nest Ball so we can start setting up our Garbodor. So what we could do in the next turn is I can either attach a purple energy on Dragapult V so we can start attacking. Battle Compressor. We can start attacking with Dragapult V or VMAX in the next turn. And then we can Marnie. Hopefully we get a tool card. We need a Garbodor and or a Silent Lab so we can attack with Ultra Necrozma. Alright, so this is a Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX deck. Purple box. So they're using Mimikyu and Gengar Tag Team GX as well. That can prevent us from playing any cards if they use their GX, and then for every trainer cards that is in our hand, it will deal 50 damage for each trainer card. So for now, they're gonna use Jirachi GX to energize their Mew. Let's see, we can use Field Blower, get rid of that Stadium. But for now, I'm just gonna use Marnie. Hopefully we get a Dragapult VMAX here. We got a Silent Lab. Let's see, we'll put the Ultra Necrozma there. We'll get a Weezing line just in case. Attach an energy on Trubbish, and I'm just gonna Jet Assault. 60, okay. Yeah, so Jirachi's ability turns off the weakness to Psychic on all Pokemon, so Tapu Lele, interesting. Yeah, so I took off Mimikyu. Mimikyu V is kind of useless in this deck because we do turn off ability. So replacing it with Mimikyu Gengar Tag Team is better. So we will use... Hold on. Yeah, we can use that to turn off ability and knock out the Mew. We get a price card for that. I think I'm just gonna do this. That will turn off Mewtwo and Mew's ability, Jet Assault, and that will also turn off Jirachi's ability. So we are hitting for weakness, and we can try and knock out this Mewtwo and Mew tag team. Oh, all right, I'll take it. Yeah, so very disruptive deck as well. Alright, so our opponent lets us go first, which is good. Let's see, we got 2 coughing. I think I'll just put one in the active. We can play Ultra Necrozma in the bench and hold off on the other coughing. We got Gengar and Mimikyu, and we can put the Horror Energy. Hold on. Yeah, we'll just do that and pass. So our opponent is a Mewtwo and Mew tag team once again. Again, one of the very common cards that we face off in the expanded format ladder. Very common card, and then they just mix it up with other GX cards in the game, which makes it very powerful, very versatile, and it can use a lot of different attacks. There is one deck that I cannot beat with this build, and that is the Honchkrow GX build. I'll probably make a video on that one to showcase because it's just really annoying. It has all the elements to shut down this Ultra Necrozma build basically, and Dragapult VMAX is weak against Dark, and since Honchkrow is a Dark type Pokemon, it's just gonna knock out our Dragapult VMAX with two hits. So I do have a hard time with the Honchkrow matchups. But other than that, all the other I mean, Dark type decks in general. Although I do have Ultra Necrozma, which kind of it's not weak to Dark type, but it will get knocked out with just one hit because it only has 110 HP. So I mean, all in all, I usually will lose to Dark type matchups, but I mean, it really depends too on what type of build it is. There's a lot of GX in the expanded format that are Dark type, really strong. There's the what's that, Zoroark or something like that, GX, that, and then they also use some Eternatus VMAX with a lot of other expanded format Dark type Pokemon, which is insane. So there's a lot of insane cards in the expanded format. It is a jungle out there in the expanded format. So we're just gonna promote Gengar and Mimikyu, and I'm just gonna attach the energy there, and I'm just gonna Marnie. I'm planning to just bump out that their stadium card. Hopefully we get a Silent Lab, but we don't right now. I'm gonna attach this air balloon so we can set up our Garbodor, and I'm just gonna use Horror House GX. So we'll both draw until we have 7 cards in our hand, and they can't use any cards from their hand. So either they'll hard retreat, and that's pretty much it. They can't, and then they can attack for 130. But we can just knock this guy out. Actually, yeah. You know what? With that little chip damage from the Horror Energy, we can use Ultra Necrozma to knock it out. but we do need to get a Garbodor. So we'll turn off all abilities, switch into Ultra Necrozma exactly at 170 with plus the 20 damage, and we can just use N to shuffle out their hand. And we also have Silent Lab and Dragapult V. So we're all good. Attack with Ultra Necrozma to knock this guy out. Remove all that energy. We get 2 prizes for that. So we're all good. If they can welder 2 energies on this one, on their Reshiram, and then attach another energy, they can probably attack with their GX attack to knock out our Ultra Necrozma, but that will be a waste of a GX attack for our 1 prizer. So I don't think they're gonna do that. And that's all they do is attack with attach 1 energy. But we're just gonna reattach another tool card on Garbodor, put an energy on Dragapult V, and let's see. No, could probably use this Mysterious Treasure to get a Dragapult VMAX. Could do that. Or another Ultra Necrozma actually. And let's see. I can't attach any more energy. I'll probably just have I think I'm just gonna use Professor's Research. Yeah, okay. I probably should not have attached that energy on Dragapult, but that's fine. I didn't expect to get another Garbodor anyways from the top card, so that's fine. I would consider that a misplay on my part. I should have just but you know, either way, if I did attack with Ultra Necrozma, and then that's gonna leave a way for their Outrage, and then they can attack for a lot of damage for just 2 energies. So I think that was good. I think it's good that we didn't attack them yet that turn. So with this one, we can sacrifice this Ultra Necrozma while dealing a lot of damage. So I'm just gonna attach these tool cards here, and I'm gonna use Professor's Research. You get an evolution for Dragapult VMAX, and then I'm just gonna attack. And you know, I keep forgetting that Ultra Necrozma's attack also has the energy discard effect, which is really nice. It's another disruption effect to the entirety of this build. You know, we're turning off abilities, we're discarding energies. So a really nice combination of Dragapult VMAX and Ultra Necrozma, all in all, with the turning off abilities using Garbodor and Silent Lab. And actually the Mimikyu Gengar GX is actually a really good addition to this deck as well. I did remove the Dedenne GX and the Mimikyu V. So let's see, I'm just gonna put this Dragon Energy here. We'll get 3 prizes for this knockout. Let me just get another Ultra Necrozma. That's the only basic Pokemon we have in the deck, and our opponent will scoop. Alright, good game. There you have it. The ladder in the expanded format is very interesting indeed. You just never know what deck build you'll encounter next. Ultra Necrozma paired with Dragapult VMAX is certainly a unique build, and add to that Garbodor and Silent Lab to turn off all abilities in play, which can be very disruptive. The synergy between Ultra Necrozma and Dragapult VMAX has definitely proven itself to be a very powerful deck. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to smash that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe and have a great day.